the Thrillshare stream. The What's up, guys? How's it going? Really excited here. We're gonna welcome y'all. Actually, to first live stream of 2024. Let me bring this on down here real quick. There we go. There we are. There he is. There's Brian. There's me. Might have to scoot up just a little bit so they can see you. He's he's a little shy right now. Get in there. There he is. There he is. There he is. He looks way better than me. So y'all are gonna like that. You don't have to keep looking at me the whole time. So today is once again, like I said, when we do these live stream Q&As, this is about you. This is about the things that you have questions about, and we're trying to help out. We're going to share a couple of things, some stuff to kind of help things that you're doing, reminders when it comes to Thrillshare, because I know this is pretty big deal. We're doing Thrillshare throughout that. Any questions, like I say, you may have, or issues that we need to work out, even look into, we want to have that available, and also some upcoming updates that are going to be available too as well here through the Thrillshare app. So we're really excited about that. As you can see there, please put your questions and your comments in the chat. So we have the chat open. So make sure that you put that in there. So I'm gonna leave that running down there at the bottom. So that way, if you have any questions, put them down there in the chat. All right. So first up here, we're gonna, just like we did last time, we're gonna jump into our little slide presentation there and kind of talk a little bit about the first thing, which is Google Photos. So we've been working through some things, looking at some stuff, and so I know this is going to be, or supposed to help them when it comes to sharing.
Right, sharing all their photos that they want to share. So right now, it limits the number of photos that you can put in an announcement or a message. So using Google Photos, you can create albums, and then you can share those out or put a link to those, and that'll allow you kind of organize those for your parents and your kids so they can see them.
So this is going to be really good, because I know one of the things running into when you go into the app and you're putting in all the photos, you have to keep putting the alt text on all those.
Right. Yeah, that too. So it take care of all of that. It kind of bypasses that. It's kind of a workaround around it.
Mm-hmm. So it's pretty cool. I'm really, really excited about that. So we're going to kind of go through the web page side of it and to show you what that looks like when adding photos into from your Google Photos and creating albums. I know some of y'all may have clicked on the photos during planning day when you had to upload photos, but we're going to go through that and then see what that looks like in creating materials on a materials folder on inside of Thrillshare, so that way they can access it. There's been a little hiccup. They're working on, they're fixing it, but we're going to show you this first, and then we'll talk about that hiccup here. All right. I'm going to add you to. You just let me know. I'll bring your screen on stage.
Yeah, I am.
Right.
All right. So on Thrillshare.
Put that up there. Okay.
So this is from your side of Thrillshare. So right now, what we did, so I can show you kind of what it looks like in one of our groups, our classes. Inside there, we put a link to one of our albums. And so that's the link right there. And just saying, I'll take you to Google Photos, show you how to get to that link, how to create that link. It only shares one screen at a time, doesn't it?
Yeah, unless you share your entire window.
Let me do that. Let me stop sharing. I'll share the entire thing so I can see what I'm doing.
So one of the questions came up while you're changing that here. So Deborah Matus asked, so what about videos inside of Google Photos? It will do that too.
Mm-hmm.
It will do that.
Yeah.
We may have an example. I don't know if I have any in there or not, but in the album, just like your iOS album, things like that,
Mm-hmm.
you can put videos in there too as well.
Yeah.
Same thing inside of Google. You can do that exact same thing.
Okay. Should be. Said it lost its permission to share.
Oh, on that for that window.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Let's see. I don't know if I can add another one here. Oh, you went away on that one.
Yeah. Yeah. I had to quick Chrome and come back.
All right, let's see. Do you want to try, or you want me to try to share my screen
Oh,
real
it's
quick?
almost back up.
Okay. All right. All right. As we go through this, any more questions happening with our technical stuff we're doing here? Oh, keep thinking about that. Definitely want to share. Let me go back to our window. There we go. There he is. Coming back up. I know that, well, this has been what? Half a semester. So that's been pretty good that y'all have been using this and working with us and working with parents. I've heard lots of good things. I know there were some growing pains there in the beginning. So glad that things are working out a little better. And as we continue to go on, they're continuing to get better with this too as well. All right. I'm going to add you to stage. There we go. There you are. All right.
So this is inside my Google Photos, and you can open up one of your albums. So if you go to your albums, and I have a signage album. So the three dots up here at the top right, and go to options, and then make sure the top three are unchecked, and just go to link sharing, and then copy the link. Then I can go back to my Thrillshare, and I can add that link inside my materials. It's gonna make me sign into everything again.
Security.
That's right.
Security.
Materials. Add a link. So I went to my class, went to materials, go into the folder that I want it to be in, and then add a link. Give it a title, and then paste that link in there.
There you go.
And then it should open up for them.
So Melissa asked on this one, so can you share the link under announcements or does it have to be under materials?
No, it can be under announcements as well,
Okay.
because it's just a URL, so it can be anywhere. The only downside with announcements is it gets buried further down in the list. So if you want them to always have access to it, that's why you put it in materials.
That's good to
Or
know.
you can do both.
That's
So you
some
know
real good
it goes immediately, so they get the alert. Because materials, they will not get an alert. Where with an announcement, they'll get the alert that you shared that with them. So if you can do it in both, so they can always find it in materials.
Okay. All right. So I mean, they could. So I guess you could announce that you, for the very first time, especially till parents get used to it, that there is a link in materials, and just kind of just like you would with any type of like beginning of the year, or I guess now mid-year things, but letting them know, hey, here's where the class information is going to be listed. If form or anything like that that they need to access at any time, this would be a great place to have. So, yeah. All right.
Yeah, one thing I did not show is how to create a folder in materials, but it's just a quick button right there. You can give it a name. So whatever you want to call it. and that allows you to group everything together so you don't have just a long list of things or a whole bunch of photos out there.
That's awesome. So,
Yeah.
so now when parents or students, and so this is where we were kind of talking about a little bit there's a little bug in there, but they're fixing that because it was there and now it's not there anymore. But they're able to go and view this where? Where can a parent and student view the folder that has the link in it?
Currently, they have to go to the web portal, edurooms.com,
Okay.
and that's where they have to go until so the little bug gets fixed on the app.
Okay.
So unfortunately, there's another
Hey,
bug.
lots of updates, man. Just like
Yeah.
Google, iOS is continuously updating stuff. There was an update a while ago. We had to update our devices here before we got on. And I'm just like, golly. And so everybody's trying to keep up. Everybody's trying to keep up. And
Yeah,
I think
they are quickly adding a lot of new features and
Mhm.
just trying to make everything the best that it can be.
Mhm. And
So with that comes growing pains.
yeah, oh yeah, and Google ain't worried. They're at CES right now. They're looking at all the great tech and stuff that they're coming out with things. So
That's where I'd like to be.
yeah, some really good stuff. All right, so I'm gonna jump back here. So we got Google Photos. So we talked about that. Are there any more questions about Google Photos out there? I don't see any right now. If you have some, like I said, drop it in the chat. All right, so we're going to go to our next topic here. So some of these things, if you were here last time, you saw this. If not, this is where we're back here, and we'll show this real quick. So I know that if you're putting images straight into Thrillshare from your phone or from your mobile device, you want to make sure, especially for those up there who are just got brand new iPhones and stuff and other devices, and I don't know Android. I don't think that's an issue, but it automatically defaults to the HEIC every time because they want our photos to be like cinema quality, like just legit photos. I'm not worried about that. I need my photos to not take up 1,000 rooms and spaces, all the gigs and stuff on my phone. So make sure the one thing is to change that, and we'll show you that real quick here. Let me go here. Let me see here. Focus mode. Do not disturb on my phone there. Come back and there we go. See if I can get that going. So we'll show you this real quick. All right, not sure. You should be able to see that. Well, I might not be able to see that because it's on a different screen. Oh, I know what we're gonna have to do. Okay. That's on a different screen. So underneath settings, do this. I can't bring that on screen. I had another camera last time. Now, okay. All right. I'm trying to remember here. I think I remember that. It was a whole different computer. Your computer. Let's see if we have your computer. I bet you I should be able to
Screen share. I
mirror
turned it off. I thought you were sharing that.
to your computer here. There we go. All right. Let's see. What is the name of your computer that you have sitting there?
That is a good question. I don't own this one very much. Tag something.
I'm not seeing it here. Let me come back and go present there and all right. So I'm going to do my entire screen and you tell me if you can see it when I go, because yeah, you'll be able to see on that side.
Yep.
All right. So do you see an iPad there?
Nope.
All right. So it is not sharing that entire screen. That's okay. I think I know I had a camera up last time, but that's all right. Let me get out of there. So basically what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to you're going to want to go to your settings. And then inside your settings, you're going to want to go to your camera. And once you scroll down to your camera, you're going to want to go to formats. And inside of formats, you'll see the high efficiency or most compatible. You want to make sure it's on the most compatible, because if it's on the high efficiency, Thrillshare is not like that. It is not like that. You'll get an error, X, or some type of check mark, something like that, or people can't open it. Make sure it's on that most compatible as you're working and rolling through. So just be thinking about that as you're putting things into, you're taking pictures and you're putting them into Thrillshare for your parents and for other people to see. All right. So that was that one. I just wanted to kind of go through that. And then I think that window snippet tool has gotten resolved from what I remember last time. But if I wanted to leave that up there just in case, if it hasn't, please let us know. But you shouldn't have any more issues with that window snippet tool when it comes to when you take a screenshot and you want to upload that screenshot into Thrillshare. Because for some reason it doesn't save as a true PNG or true JPEG. It was an issue. So if that's still happening, let us know. I haven't heard anything in a while, but I just wanted to make sure. There. All right. And so the next thing, I can find my mouse. Where'd my mouse go? There it is. And there you go. Is staff notifications, once again, through here. So making sure that if you aren't receiving notifications, especially new staff, I know we have people who just joined our district not too long ago as well, making sure that you have the settings on with the district app. I know Brian he talks about this too a lot. If you want to make sure you get notified, you want to have that little red dot and that bubble. That way it gets a push notification, gets pushed out as well. This is where you want to make sure that you have these settings that you see up here on the screen available. So you want to make sure that you have it as persistent and always on or when unlocked. So that way those notifications come through. And then for the dot and the badge on your app. If you can run into parents, and I know they talk about this sometime, if you have any who have been not getting those notifications, please let us know, because we're trying to help those out too as well. Have you been hearing that?
Oh, yeah. We're still helping parents that either haven't been able to get on all year,
Okay.
or they're just not getting the notifications, or whatever the issue may be.
Okay. And
I still get several.
Okay. If you hear that, let them know. Keep them coming. Keep them coming. All right. And the next one here is going to be, I keep losing my mouse. Let me real. There it is. There it is. All right. Is message versus announcements. I know this still comes up when working with teachers and working with other people within our district who are using this. So messages. So when should I use a message?
Well, it's something specific for an individual or a group of individuals. Message is not for the entire class. That's going to be an announcement. So if you have someone that needs to go to one or two kids, or maybe 14, or in some cases, so that's when you do a message. You don't do a message to the entire class.
Okay.
So if it's not your entire class, it's probably going to be a message.
So and I know that sometimes, they're trying to keep it straight in their head when it comes to sending out those messages, and when it comes to who's going to be responding to those messages. If I don't want anybody to respond, then I should do an announcement.
Correct.
Okay. All right. So remember, and then within announcements, I mean, you can put all kinds of stuff. If you haven't been sending out announcements, I encourage you to send out an announcement. You can put in links in those announcements. You can set those to send later. That's part one of my favorite parts.
Oh, yeah.
Is the scheduling of those announcements. I know with UIL, I use that a lot with them, especially as I'm thinking about it. I know we're out thinking about, oh crap, I need to make sure this goes out. Make sure I schedule that too as well in there.
Yeah. And one thing on the messages, you don't have to message the student and the parent. You can do just one or the other. So if you don't want the kid involved, you can message the parent directly.
All right.
So we're announcement, everybody's going to get it. The whole family will.
Okay. So in messages, if you'll pull that up on your screen there, where can I see that at? I'll put that right there.
So when you go to new, so then you got to do message or broadcast. Broadcast is if you want to do to a group of people, but then you want them to just reply back to you instead of the entire group. So it makes one big group message send out as individual messages,
Mm-hmm.
if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to choose message. And then on the right-hand side, that's where you can choose the student, the guardian, or both. So you don't have to choose all of them. You can completely leave the kids out if you want to.
Okay.
So
This question came up. If
Or-
I send a message to a student, does the parent automatically get it?
no. So you can do just like I have selected there. I have just a student. I did not choose the parent right there. If they have multiple parents, like my daughter in this case, I can choose just two parents, one parent, or all the parents, depending on how you want to do that.
Cool. I like that.
Okay.
So yeah, so if you have any issues with that, like I said, let us know. But this is a great way to communicate with those students. I know with our UIL and then our live stream people, this has been very, in our AV class, has been very beneficial, especially our high school, junior high level, because they do look at their phones. Now, if you make it a priority for them to check those things and you want that information, let them know. If not, then you're gonna miss out on this, or this is gonna hinder this. You got to make it of an importance thing. I know sometimes we complain that students aren't checking, aren't looking. Well, make it important, make it count. So I know one of the newer things, most recently, probably about a couple months ago, it kind of came out, was the notification on our side. The scene by that has been awesome.
Yeah, what he's talking about is this right down here in the lower left corner. So when he sent out the Merry Christmas, you can click the scene by, and it shows you everyone that received it. The single check is everyone that received it. The double check is that received it and actually opened it. But you also have the tabs up here, the who has opened it and then who has not. So if you want to see if someone actually got the message, you can do the scene by, and if you want to know if they opened it, then just click the scene and it filters those down. So you can quickly see who all actually opened that message.
I love that. And so hover over those green checks. I thought I saw a timestamp on there too.
27 minutes ago.
27 minutes ago. Look at that. That's pretty neat. I like that. So you can actually see, hey, mom, dad, you saw that at 10:08. Okay. All right. I know that you said I never got that. Well, it says right here that you did get that. So
and looked at it.
So that's pretty cool. I do like that.
I like that it identifies them as staff, guardian, or student. So
yes. So okay, great question, Deborah Matu. She wants to know: can parents see if you've read their messages? That's a good question. We're about to do some looking. I'm glad you asked that question. This is what this is all about.
Since I added my daughter to this one, let's send one to me.
Parents see. I read their message. So,
and it's like I reply back.
Let's see. Will a parent know if Deborah Matus is ghosting them?
So it tells them that it went through.
Okay.
It does. It gives the parent a double check as well.
Okay. Well, there you go, Deborah.
So it goes both ways.
There you go. I didn't know that. That's a great question.
I thought about that one.
Yes. So parents can see if you read a message that you sent them. And I imagine that if they hover over that double check, it'll actually see, or I guess hover. Can't hover on the phone. What happens when you touch that green check?
It does not say when, but it just shows, has a double check that it was delivered and it was seen.
Okay.
It immediately told me that it was sent and that it went through. And then when I opened it, it gave me a double check immediately.
All right. There you go. Oh. So Deborah got the sad face.
Sorry, Deborah.
I love that. I know. But hey, we're all accountable, right? Keeps us all accountable. Deborah's going to be making sure she's checking every message from here on out every single day. Matter of fact, I think you might got 5 or 6 in there. You might even look at right now. So, all right. So yeah, no, that was a good one. That's a great question. Any more questions about messages, about broadcasting, about even like materials, class info? That's what this is about. We're here to help answer those questions. Go next one there, because that's what we just talked about, the messages versus broadcast.
Mhm. So
Oh,
if you do a group message and it goes over the 14 people, then it converts it to a broadcast. It
oh yeah.
doesn't ask you; it just does it on its own. So that's something to keep in mind. If you're wanting a whole group to communicate back and forth and it's more than 14, they're not going to be able to.
So, and I think that's how Sarah and Amber do it for house celebrations, to notify parents in that big group that their child made it. And then when they're having a house celebration, to come be a part of the paparazzi, as if they do the broadcast. And it works really, really well, really well.
Yeah.
All right. So Colette says a lot of people won't know what the double check means, Deborah, and she put a smiley face.
This is true.
Yes, and this is unlisted, so Deborah, no, but actually, it's not even on YouTube yet. But once it gets on there, for everybody else, it'll be unlisted. So they won't be able to find it. Oh man, oh my goodness. And let's see here. And Deborah says sometimes I have to think about my responses to them before I reply. That's a good one. You're right. You're exactly right. Oh, and Diana Newton said, "Let's not tell them." Okay, Diana, we won't tell them. We're not going to broadcast that out there. If you want to know if your teacher is watching your stuff or looked at your stuff, so. But yes, that is a great.
Because it doesn't tell them what the double check means. It just says 3 minutes ago. That's all it says. Now I don't know about on the other side.
Other side. So he's about to pull that up on the other side and see. While he's doing that, I'm going to bring this next one here. So that's where the scene by. We covered those. Okay. So now we are towards the end while he's checking that out. So a couple of things that are coming soon to the Thrillshare app. So the first one, app-to-app calling. That's right. You heard it. App-to-app calling. So you won't have to you won't. Everybody's thumbs upping Diana's thing. You won't have to give out your cell phone number if you don't want to. They will be able to call you from within the app. What that looks like, we don't know. This is just something that they've been talking about and they're working on. It's in the roadmap, as they call it, or the pipe. So the app-to-app calling is going to be available, and then also inline one stream announcements. I know that's something that parents have been asking for a lot. So no matter who sent that message, no matter where that announcement came from, everything will be kind of like in Schoology, where no matter who sent it, there will be one stream that has all the information in it. So that is going to be coming really soon too as well.
Now, it does say seen. It doesn't say when.
So it does say seen, but doesn't say when. Did you hear that, Deborah? So that's good.
Yeah. But they've got to log into the web portal to be able to get to that.
And that's a lot of work. Sometimes
most of them just they don't remember it's there.
Yeah.
So we tell them to go to the app. We don't tell them to go to the web portal unless
there's
an issue with their phone.
All right. And then the other coming soon is forms. So instead of, and help me out with this, because I remember when they were kind of showing that and talking to us a little bit about it. So instead of them having to make a Google form, you will hopefully be able to create forms from within Thrillshare. Right. Okay.
Yeah, we haven't seen that yet, so I don't really know what it looks like, but that feature is coming. It's supposed to be here soon.
Mm-hmm. That's going to be pretty neat. And all that data, I wonder where that data and that collection, how that's going to work and things like that. But that'd be really good.
What you can do with it.
Yeah. To put in forms and like field trips, all kinds of different things, consent, stuff like that. So that'd be pretty neat. And then, of course, last on the list here is behavior. So, excuse me, I know with Dojo and or other things like that, not really happening anymore. This is something that they were looking at too, and adding that behavior piece inside of Thrillshare. So we don't know what that looks like yet, but they, like I said, they're talking about adding that in there. Now, just know this, okay? I want to make sure to put that out. Just like with everything else, just because the feature's there doesn't mean we're going to use that feature.
Right.
Lots of evaluation goes into things that get put out in the district. So just be aware, especially if we know the feature ain't working very well and there's bugs and stuff. So we don't want to
Yeah, we
burden
can
y'all.
have them turn it off. We've done that with some other stuff. Just turn it off so it doesn't cause any problems.
All right. And let's see what else I have on there. So if you were, nope, that's not, nope. Okay, that is not that. Okay. And we'll go back here. That must have been from another one. All right. All right. So, I mean, that is that's Thrillshare Q&A today. There wasn't like a ton of new things out there, but there were things available and wanted to show you. And we wanted to make sure that this also was an opportunity for you to ask questions and kind of share with us, how things are going. So, I mean, like I say, here's an opportunity to share. Oh yeah, no problem, Missy Linendahl. We appreciate you. Thank you very much too as well for being here. I'm trying to think. Probably one of the biggest ways I use it now. Once again, they're high school kids. Is that communication piece with the messages? It helps out a ton to be able to uh, communicate with them without me having to give them my cell phone number. And like I said, I can see if it's seen or not. I don't know who has been using the video, not video, the voice part. You know what I'm talking about? You when you create a message and you just talk instead of typing out your message. Yeah, I've used that I think 3 times.
It's not a feature I use.
You ever use that? Oh man, I'll get on there and I was telling, especially we were at Baylor, I was like, make sure you come through this door and not the back door, and there should be someone sitting there. Like I can say that faster than I can type it, and then they read it or listen to it. So it's pretty cool. All right, so a lot of thank yous from Deborah and Melissa and then Amber Clemens. Thank you guys. We love all the thank you, and thank him. Okay. All right. The Google photo info. And like I said, we'll let you know when those updates come out to make sure on the iOS devices and other devices too as well. Oh,
I have to turn my Android phone back on and see who's working on it.
Oh yeah. Yep. See, I'm telling you guys, so many different platforms. It's crazy. And Cassidy Gibbs and Terry Sr. and everybody's saying thank you. Well, guys, if there aren't any more questions, thank y'all very much.
Yes, thank you.
We really enjoy doing this and getting information out. If you want to watch this again later, it'll be up on our curriculum integration YouTube channel, not the district YouTube channel, because we don't want those parents knowing. And we'll catch y'all next time on another live Q&A. And this is where I gotta get better here. And bam, there's the button.